Hi, Jennifer Elizabeth Masters, and I'm a soul sculptor. I help people break out of the mold and the trauma of the past. And one of the ways that we do this is by forgiveness and forgiving people that have hurt us, people that have perhaps abused us and broken our hearts even. So why would you want to do that? Well, for a lot of reasons. So when we forgive other people, what happens is it relieves the stress. We're not carrying around that burden, maybe of anger, resentment, vengefulness any longer. So it relieves stress, it lowers our blood pressure, we become happier, our relationships become better. So let's just say that perhaps you had an ex, and so I'm saying ex, it could be male or female. You've had an ex, and it was a horrible relationship and ended very badly. Maybe, they hurt you very deeply. So what we have to do first is let go of that anger. We have to process through all of that, release those negative emotions first. So we have to be willing to forgive. So if you're still like, I'm really like, I want to kill them, then you're not in the place of forgiveness, and that's okay. But you don't want to stay in that place of unforgiveness for too long, because it is affecting you. It will affect your health. It will affect your current relationship. So when we don't forgive the past, the people that hurt us, the ones that love us now, the ones that we're in relationship with, are going to be affected negatively. So there may be charges that we have, and those are things that I help my clients do, is to overcome those triggers, those charges, and help people work through forgiveness. And it seems to be that I'm the mender of broken hearts. I have many women, especially, and men too, that come to me after their heart has been broken to heal, because I help them see a different perspective. I help them to, come to a deeper understanding. So in this little video, what I'm going to do is share how to forgive. And I have other videos about how to release emotions. We're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk about how to forgive. So the first thing is to release those negative emotions, to be in a place of willingness, having the desire, okay, I've been here for a long time, and I'm really ready to let this go. And maybe it's a couple of years after a breakup. It may be 6 months, but the sooner that you're able to forgive, the better it is for you. Now, that does not mean that you're excusing bad behavior. It doesn't mean, that if someone has molested you, abused you, hurt you deeply, that the things that they did are right. That's not what we're talking about. It is not excusing those things. Those things were real. They happened. And so we have to acknowledge that we have come a long way. We did the best we could. But we have to forgive us for the choices that we made in the past based on the information we had. We may have chosen someone that then went on to hurt us. So we have got to own, yes, I made that choice, and perhaps that person I attracted was attracted to me because their hurts and my hurts, maybe we both have low self-esteem, or we both had families in the past that were abusive, and so we're attracting each other because of where we're vibrating and what's in our hearts. So we've got to let go of the choice that we've made to choose someone that would hurt us. So we're going to start with us. So we want to tap into your heart. So you're going to breathe, and you're going to forgive yourself first. And this is a powerful thing. So what you're doing is you're forgiving yourself for choosing who you chose. You're forgiving yourself for putting yourself in that situation. Why do we want to forgive ourselves? Because otherwise we're constantly dragging around this heavy anchor which then causes stress in our body. It could make you sick. And stress creates an acid environment, and stress in an acid environment can create all kinds of illness, and the big C, cancer, being one of those things. So it's important for your health, your physical health and wellness, and your happiness to let go of this huge burden and forgive yourself and the other person. So first thing you do, breathe. Tap into your heart. You could put your hand here on your high heart, your one hand on your heart chakra, and then you just close your eyes and tap in, and you envision yourself. I like to do it as you envision yourself as a young child. How old were you when you first were hurt? Maybe 3 or 4. So go back to that time. Think of yourself as a young child. And in your mind's eye, with your eyes closed, you're going to look your inner child, and yes, we all have one. Look your inner child in the eyes, and we're going to just repeat the Ho'oponopono prayer. And the Ho'oponopono prayer is a kahuna healing prayer, and I've used this with my clients. It is a very powerful tool, and the simplest of tools you'll find have the most profound effect. And you're going to say, what? This prayer is that powerful? Yes, it is. It has been used for physical hurt and harm. It's been used for healing rape. So it's really powerful, and it is how I let go of the abuse that I had endured. So tapping into yourself, you say, and I like to do it with eyes closed. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. And you're looking at your little inner child's face, and you're saying to them, him or her, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Take a deep breath. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And you may want to do it a few times and repeating it, being kind to you, being loving to you. And then when you feel complete with yourself, that you felt like you've really had maybe a little shift, you might feel a little tingling, you might feel just energy moving, and whatever you feel is okay for you. And then we're going to tap in to our hearts again, and we're going to think of the individual that we are forgiving. And so we just say their name, in our heads, focus on them, take a deep breath. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And you repeat this, and you might want to repeat it 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I gave this prayer to my daughter when we were living in Georgia. She was really angry with her father, and I wrote it down on a little Post-it. She went into her bedroom, she closed the door, and I want to say she was, I think, 14 or 15 at the time, 15 I think, and she spent 40 minutes doing it just as I suggested with you. And 40 minutes later she came out, and her face was bright. She smiled. She said, Mom, I had a release, which means she cried, and I feel so much better. I'm not angry at Dad anymore. And so what I will say about this is I got this guidance that my daughter needed to heal this relationship with her father and forgive him. And that guidance came 10 months before he died. So she had that time with him after this forgiveness where their relationship blossomed and bloomed and became closer than ever. So the forgiveness piece isn't just to be done on exes or past lovers or parents, but even people that we're in current relationships with, to heal that relationship so that we can move on and be happier. And these are the benefits to forgiving. Health benefits are reduce stress, lower blood pressure. Hang on, there's a couple of other things. You feel better, you feel happier, your relationships improve. So it is a very powerful and positive thing to do. Forgiveness that's how I help to heal myself. And when I forgave everybody, and I went through the whole gamut on my whole family and exes, and as a result, my health improved. The physical pain that I had in my body improved. So we do this forgiveness for us. Remember, unforgiveness, holding on to that old resentment, is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So forgiveness is for you. It helps you. You have many benefits, and the people around you will be grateful that you did. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Jennifer Elizabeth Masters. My website is jenniferelizabethmasters.com, where I have a free quiz. It's a self-love IQ. Find out how much you love yourself. And there's all sorts of free resources on my website. I hope you enjoy. And also check out my YouTube channel. And you can Google my name and YouTube, and you'll find me. I have 2 YouTube channels. Don't ask. Thanks for watching. And please share.